so that's the drum track, and I basically did that in the plugin Guru. And I used the Mr. Porter kit #1. And I basically just sequenced it right into FL Studio from the Bump MP. It went something like. Did something like that and everything. And then after I had it sequenced, I took all the different drums, the bass drum, snare, clap, hi-hat, whatever, and I put them all in their own individual tracks, which are right here. And that way I could mix them down here in the FL Studio mixer. And you'll hear some reverb and some delay. I put that on the clap, and I adjusted the parameters, the pre-delay and all that to give it an effect to make it match the music. So after we had the foundation of the track, which is the drums, next I put a piano in. And I use the plugin Purity for that. Okay, after I had the piano down, next I added the bass. And what I did was I took 2 instances of that and I panned one left, one right, and just 2 parts together to kind of fatten it up. And I think on the bass I also used I used Purity for the bass as well. That's really cool. After the arpeggiator, I put this sound that I get a lot of compliments on. It's a very high synthesized string, and it goes like this. I really like that sound. Believe me, I get a lot of compliments on it. However, I felt the sound was kind of thin and that it needed something to give it more substance. Or I put this other sound underneath it to give it more body. The sound is right here. So you put those 2 sounds together and you get a really nice fat sound. Okay, next I put this sound in here. Now this next sound that I put in, I get a lot of compliments on it. It comes after the bridge, and when John is singing the chorus over and over. It's this part right here. Okay, next on the bridge, I try to beef up the bridge some with drums. So I put some toms and some timpani sounds. So the toms, they sounded like this. So I added those along with these timpanis here. And that kind of helped build it up, but you'll hear them in the song. Okay, the next little element I put in was some strings right here. And those only come in on the bridge, and then on the second half of the bridge I bring these other strings in right here. And those only happen on the bridge, and I did that just to give it more texture, a little more flavor, just kind of mix it up a little bit. Okay, and now for my famous line, when you put this all together, you get this. So I basically had all the music together in FL Studio. So the next thing I did was I saved that file, and then I opened up my DAW, which is Reaper, and I rewired FL Studio to Reaper. That's where I have the vocals. So let's go ahead and open Reaper now. Okay, now we have Reaper open, and this is where John's vocals are. I'm going to go ahead and mute the music for a moment, just talk about the vocals. When I first downloaded these tracks, I fell in love with the vocals, and that's when I made the decision that my remix was going to concentrate more on vocals than on music. So, let's take a listen to these vocals for a minute.
If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait.
I thought he did an excellent job on the vocals. I really didn't have to do much to them. There was only one part that I felt that I needed to tweak a little bit, and that happens right here.
Tomorrow starting now.
Just right there, I thought he fell off, maybe went slightly out of key, just a tad. So what I did was I just put a volume envelope there, and I brought the volume down at that one part and then let it rise back up. I don't know if you can see it right here.
Tomorrow starting now.
And it comes up. And that happens like just 3 places in the song. So let's go to the background vocals, which sound really, really good. So mute the lead vocal. Here's the background.
I was looking for a song to sing.
So, once again, I didn't have to do anything to the background vocals. They were perfect to me, in my opinion. So let's bring John back in, let him sing along with the background.
I was looking for a song to sing. I searched for a leader. The leader was me. We were looking for the world to change, but we can be heroes. Just go on and say if you're out there.
And there you go. Great vocals.
There, stand up and say it loud.
Very good. Now we'll bring the music in. And okay, everybody, all together we get...
Message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. And we've been looking for a song to sing. We searched for the melody, searched for someone to lead. We've been